break. My only other team member had an exam for crises, 2 exams in one day, so decided he didn't want to participate. So my idea was basically just to modify an N64 controller. I didn't really have a plan once I started doing that, but once I had an Arduino to take full control of the controller by emulating all the buttons in the joystick, I decided to make my own controller to play one of my favorite games, N64, Road Rash 64, which is a motorcycle racing game. It's pretty cool, I have to say. I'm just going to demo it for you guys. I guess I can't really use the mic, but hopefully you'll see for yourself. So there's a couple cool things I learned about the N64 during this project. When you first turn it on, the joystick has to be perfectly aligned and it synchronizes, because the way the joystick is when it first turns on is when it's set to 0 as. So if you hold it tilted like this, it's going to get stuck like that. So my solution was to have the Arduino automatically lock the joystick position for the first 5 seconds or so to make it easier for you to get it all set up. So I have an accelerometer on this thing that takes control of the joystick through using digital potentiometers. The actual original N64 joystick doesn't use potentiometers, it uses coated wheels, which was a huge pain to emulate, so I actually switched to a different board that would use potentiometers to save myself the trouble. So I'll hopefully give you guys a little demo here. All the controls are emulated on here. And yeah, it's a motorcycle racing game. And let's give it a shot. So steering is controlled by moving this left and right. This is actually really hard to see. You can do wheelies by tilting it back up, which is everyone's favorite feature. You can also kick people. So I don't like this guy. Kick him a bit.
You're not kicking him with your foot?
I'm kicking him with a tire iron, actually. Or with my foot, it's optional. So yeah, it's a motorcycle racing game. This is pretty much it to it. It was really a 2-part project. Once I had the N64 controller emulator, I decided to build this handy metal pipe to play one of my favorite games. If any of the judges or anyone really wants to try it out, feel free. A lot of people have been playing it, and people seem to really like it. It's definitely really fun. I spent about an hour playing it instead of working on more features. I was going to do Bluetooth and XP, but I heard all the horror stories, so I didn't. I also wanted to add the ability to actually kick and have that translate to a kick in the game, but that seemed a little bit of a stretch goal. Yeah, would anyone else like to give it a shot? Or not? Doesn't happen. I'll just keep playing. I don't mind.
So are you did you modify an existing hand controller and that's how you're interfacing with it?
Yeah, so I took apart third-party control. Well, I took apart first-party, decided it was too hard to modify that because I had to solder directly to the chip and emulate time coding, which seemed like a pain. So I found a third-party controller which actually let me solder directly to pads and use digital potentiometers, which was a lot smoother. The switches, I basically just pulled them to ground with the Arduino if I want to have digital control, or I just plug another switch in there, which I did for most of the switches. Except for the ones I use the accelerometer to put with. The code is actually remarkably simple. It's maybe 20 lines. There's not much to it. It's just writing the digital potentiometers. That's pretty much it. Does anyone have any questions? I know you guys.
Were there other members of your team?
Yeah, I had a member for about an hour. Yeah, so it was pretty good. He looked into using transistor switches, which I decided was not necessary.
How easy would it be to use that controller to play other N64 games?
Like a half hour is more than work, really easy. I mapped the up axes to the A button to do the wheelies, but I was actually using it to play GoldenEye earlier, which is pretty challenging, but it worked pretty well. I mean, you really have full control. I mean, the main project was getting full control of the N64 with an Arduino, and then I just built this controller because it seemed like a fun thing to do with the new access I had. Anything else?
What about other game controls? Do you think you could do that for an Xbox or anything?
Yeah, I think it would work for anything. I know most modern game controllers use the same style of twin potentiometers for the joysticks, and I assume they use the same just contact buttons, so it would be really easy to do it with anything else. Yeah, I learned a lot about how the N64 controller works. There's a proprietary chip on there, which I managed to destroy one of. The pinout is pretty interesting. Anything else? Sure no one wants to play? I know it's really tempting. Don't kick people. All right.